So this is my song, Race Doctor.
I got this feeling I just can't hide. This feeling is making me sick inside.
And I thought it'd be fun to take a deep dive on how I mixed it. I am obviously not a professional, and the stuff I've learned is mostly from online, like YouTube and stuff, but I decided it might be fun to do this. So Race Doctor is a progression that my buddy Michael wrote, and it's from Hey Joe. It's a little spot in the intro to Hey Joe where it's just an E chord sliding up and down. And we recorded it live in my old basement studio, and we didn't intend to have lyrics on it in the first place, so I had to write the lyrics and mold it to the song. But on this time around, I recorded it specifically for the lyrics. So let's start here with the rhythm guitar. I used my Squier Telly, and I don't know if I ran it through my pedal board or not, but I was using the lead channel on my PV Classic. As you can see, nothing crazy going on, just kind of a treble boost, maybe a little low mid cut-ish. So here's what it sounds like. And I did record it twice and pan it left and right. It's not just copied and pasted and panned left and right. And if you're copying and pasting it, come on, do better. Here's what it sounds like without the EQ. And the guitar is pretty dry for the whole song until you get to the bridge here. And I decided to add a flanger in the DAW, so it's not like a pedal that I clicked on. I had to add this because the song was just so dry, and I thought I needed some modulation in there at some point. Sounds pretty bad by itself. But, you know, a lot of music stuff is just context. And I think it's automated to move a little bit wider in the bridge or the chorus or something like that. For the bass, I use my Firebird bass. I use my rumble. I don't know if I used the distortion from a pedal or from the amp itself, but I have a Shure Beta on the cab, and then I'm using the DI out. And then the bass mic has a pretty big bass boost, and then the DI has kind of a small treble boost because those are what just cut through the best on that type of recording. So the mic is overly bassy and doesn't sound very good. Very muddy. And then the DI is super trebly. Combine them. And I did the single notes versus like 8th or 16th notes just because the guitar is so open chord, strummy, muddy type thing, so it just gives it kind of like a heartbeat to attach to for this song. So then for drums, I have two pencil condensers. They're Rhodes, that I put in the middle of the room on a stereo bar, and they are panned hard left and right, even though it's not like true stereo. And I have it EQ'd so the drum set itself sounds really flat. Just so nothing is like poking through too much. And then I've got some reverb on there. And then the overheads, I just pan 75 left and right. I just normally use this preset that is in my DAW for mostly all of these things besides the reverb. The reverb, I just tone it down a little bit. But those I normally keep pretty bright because they're cymbals. On all the close mics, I have a gate because the bleed is just, I hate bleed in other mics. And I'm using a D6 as my bass drum mic, and then I have a Solomon Subkick. And it's kind of the same thing that I did with the bass guitar, where the bass drum mic gets the trebly attack, and the Solomon Subkick gets the low frequencies. So super low, not much attack. Super high, not much frequency. Combine the two. And I made it like attack heavy just so it would cut through the mix a little bit better. On the close mics for the drums, I always use this 2-knob compressor. And I normally make it work pretty hard just so it, if I hit it slightly quieter, if I hit it slightly quieter or slightly louder, it kind of stays where it needs to be at the volume level. And for those I have I forget what they're called, but they're the Shure tom mics. And then just a 57 for the snare. Kind of bright, little bass boost. And this compressor is my favorite compression setting for snares. If I turn it off and turn it back on, gives it that meat. Hear the drums all together. And probably my favorite part about this whole song is the bridge with the drums and the bass by themselves. It's not really the main focus, but by themselves, it's awesome. So yeah, and then the flanger even just pushes it through a little more. And then without the flanger, here's what it sounds like. It's not bad, but if the whole song is like that, it just adds a little bit of wiggle. Now, the solo for the song was done by that same buddy, Michael, because he really wanted to play lead on it. And I did something kind of weird. So I realize I'm kind of contradicting myself here, but maybe I didn't. So I copied and pasted the same solo, and I panned it left and right 48%. And the left side is kind of a heavy reverb side. And then the right side is a more dry version. And that's more of like just kind of doing like a vibe thing. I didn't think it sounded very good just having the solo straight down the middle. And for that, he used his Strat through my Supro and MXR Submachine Octave Fuzz. Just a nice, nasty fuzz. And then even make me love the bridge even more. I know I won't shut up about the bridge, but I kept it center for this because it's not really a guitar solo, it's just adding to the song. He did this harmonizing thing. And then you can see here, he didn't hold the notes out as long, so I panned him left to right, and that's really cool. And I know I won't shut up about it, but I love the bridge on this song. And then now we'll move on to the worst part of all, vocals. I don't think I'm very good at mixing vocals, but here's the dry signal.
I got this feeling I just can't hide.
And I'm trying to sing through my throat there, so it is a little raspy, and then the distortion helps with that.
This feeling is making me sick inside. I think it has to do with you.
And then just add the compression and reverb and EQ and all that. What's the EQ look like? Yeah, pretty standard stuff.
Now I don't know what to do. I gotta race to the doctor to figure out how I feel about you.
And then I went back and added these octave up backing vocals, and they don't sound very good by themselves, but they're that type of thing where you don't really notice them, but when you take them away, you notice that they're gone. So they're helping, but they're not the main part.
Just get high. This feeling is making me sick inside.
Like, you hear it there, and even with the whole mix, you still hear it, but it's not super prominent. But when you take it away, it's super different.
I got this feeling I just can't hide.
Then you take it away.
I got this feeling I just can't hide. This feeling is making me sick inside.
And I did sing those twice and panned it left and right. That's not the same take. For all the verses, there's, I guess, I said there's a chorus earlier, but there's really not a chorus. It's just this reoccurring line.
I gotta race to the doctor to figure out how I feel about you.
And I did debate on not doing the backing vocals on all of it, but I just thought it'd be weird to have some with, some without. And then at the end here, this is like the climax of the song. I recorded, 8 different, phrases, I guess, where I was like singing the same thing, plugging my nose, octave up. I don't know if I did any harmony, but I think that's really fun to do at the end of the song, to just like push it.
Figure out how I feel about you.
There's that one in there that's like super high and sounds great. But it's just a nice ending.
Figure out how I feel about
you. And I waited so long for that last hit. I had to edit the drums because I was like counting in my head because I forgot how long it took me to hit that, and I was late, so I just went in and edited it so it was on time, because I'm not going to re-record a whole thing just for that not to be lined up. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this mix. I've definitely done worse. The original video for Race Doctor will be somewhere up here, I think. And if there's something I'm doing wrong or I could do better, I would appreciate some advice in the comments. And if you like this video, like it and share it. And if you're down there, might as well subscribe too. So, thank you for watching.